Hey guys, welcome to Anxiety Struggle is Real. My name is John. Thanks so much for watching. This channel is about anxiety and it is designed to give you ideas and help in dealing with it. I'm not a doctor. We've talked about that. I'm not a therapist. I'm a guy that's been playing with this for over 20 years. First of all, I want to apologize for my last video with my dogs barking and how slow I talked. And I looked at a couple other videos and I realized now that I talk too slow. And another thing I realize is I'm generally looking down at the camera and I tried to raise it up. I'm hoping this is a little bit better today. Anyway, last video I talked about how much anxiety sucks. It was kind of negative, but it does suck. I mean, plain and simple, I'm in a fantastic mood today, but I still know that anxiety sucks. And it talks about acceptance. And actually that's part of acceptance is realizing it sucks, which is the easiest part of acceptance. I'm not going to tell you how to accept or what accept looks like. It's just going to be for me, how it looks like for what it looks like for me. And part of it is that I can say anxiety sucks and I can laugh. That's part of acceptance. When I experience anxiety, I do my very best to not get angry or afraid, frustrated, upset, pissed off, whatever, any negative emotion. I do my absolute best to not give it that because that makes it stronger. I'm going to be honest, I'm experiencing anxiety right now, and because I'm not used to doing the videos anymore, and I'm not going to let it do anything. I'm going to make my friggin' video, and that's that. So to me, that's what acceptance is. It's part of my life. I'm not going to do things, or I'm going to do the best I can to not do things that give it power. Okay, and I also talked about in the last video, kind of broadly, I didn't give any, I said in the next videos I'm going to give you ideas and stuff like that. Well, that's kind of what the whole channel is about. So I really don't know why I said that, because if you're watching, you know that, if you've been watching. Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about triggers and identifying triggers and how important that is. Because anxiety for us can just show up and be there, and we don't know what to trigger it. We think nothing triggers it. Something triggers it. It's a thought. It's something somebody said. It's something that you're doing. It's something that you're eating or that you've been eating. There's always a trigger. So try and figure those out. The ones that aren't as obvious. Write them down. And try and make small changes in those areas. If eating a lot of sugar makes you feel really anxious the next day, try and adjust that. Believe me, when I eat a lot, I know sugar increases my anxiety. I am doing this video on my work break, so I'm going to have a little coffee while I'm doing that. I hope it's not offending anyone. I usually smoke too, but I'm not going to smoke while I'm making a video. If smoking is a trigger, try and work on it. I am working on it. Anyway, now let's take some of the more obvious ones. What we can do. Let's say a job interview. That would be a pretty common one for people with anxiety. They're going on a job interview. Oh my God, I'm going to suck. I'm going to have an anxiety attack when I'm there. I'm going to lose my train of thought. It's going to be terrible. These are the thoughts that we think. So the job interview is the trigger, and then the thoughts we have after are the trigger as well. So change your thinking. Easier said than done, I know, but run scenarios through your mind of the job interview. You don't even have to do it that the job interview it goes well. You could just do it that you make it through the job interview without having anxiety. You can run the scenario that goes well and you get the job and it's fantastic. You can do that, but if that's hard for you to do, just do it that I'm going to be calm and I'm going to be confident. That would be a technique to use for something like that. Like now, Another one, let's say going somewhere. Maybe you don't like to leave the house much. Maybe you don't like to go to the store or the bank. I don't know, wherever you would have to go, a friend's house. That one won't really fit with the thing I'm going to say, though. Just anywhere in public, you don't really like it, and it gives you anxiety, and you avoid it as much as possible. Let's use going to the store. Get in your car and drive to the store. Just go in the parking lot and sit there. And while you're sitting there, think about walking in and going in. No, that wouldn't be so bad. Think about that. Do that. Do it for several days if you have to. And when you're ready to take another baby step, get out of your car and walk as close to the door as you possibly can. You're getting it here. And then go back and, again, as close as you possibly can. As close as you possibly can. And ultimately, you'll get to the door. Maybe you'll get to the door on your first try, but you just can't go in. That's fine. Days later, another day later, whatever, go inside. Walk 10 feet inside. Turn around and walk out. And get back in your car and go home. Now, every time you do one of these things and you increase until you ultimately make it into the store and are actually able to get something and buy it and leave without having tremendous anxiety, celebrate these little victories. Very important. Okay? That's a technique for today. That's really about it. I have a couple questions. How long do you think my videos should be? And there was another question. Oh no, that was the talking too slow thing. I wanted to bring that up. Anyway, if you guys have any topics you want me to talk about, I'm going to stick it with basic stuff as I get this rolling again. But if you have something, just leave a comment. If you would subscribe, I'd be really appreciative. That would make my anxiety go down. And that's it. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.